he's kind of busy in that way. And just let me check whether we are live or not. And
Yes, we are.
otherwise, John starts saying some dangerous stuff when we are live or something. Okay, so don't
You're
want
the
all
one who
those.
raises dangerous facts.
Okay, so you don't want all those like dangerous stuffs going on. Yeah, I think we are live. Just let me change the what is it called? The thumbnail. Once we change the thumbnail, we'll start. So John, say me, how is Premier League going on for you now this season with Arteta? Okay, am I the only one who has frozen here? Yeah, I think so. Okay, so I think they'll be back. Yeah, John, say.
Yeah, I'm saying Premier League has been very strange this year. Too many unexpected or weird results have been going in here and there, but all in all, it's all healthy for the Premier League, and I'm really enjoying it this time around.
So when you say unexpected, do you mean the Liverpool result?
Well, that also. There, there was the 5-2 Leicester against City
Uh,
and other matches also.
yeah, of course, that's also there. Okay, we'll start then. We will start. Slide. Yeah, share. Okay,
Sheffield versus Chelsea.
John. Premier League. So yeah. So which was the most like deadliest game that you watched this week? Like we had few good games. Like which one did you enjoy? I'll not ask you about the Champions League because I don't think so. Arsenal are there. And so about Premier Premier League only. Which one? Because Champions League was fun this week, but unfortunately Arsenal aren't there. And okay, in Premier League, which was the best game? Because Arsenal have not played other team games till now.
Well, so far this season or for this week?
This week.
This week there are not much great matches. I think the one good match was Southampton versus Newcastle. That was a good game. Good game
Yeah.
of football.
Yeah.
Good goals. Southampton top of the league now. So
No, no.
that's
Leicester City are top. Yeah.
okay. I
They
think
have.
after today they'll go on top, right?
Yeah. They are leading currently, and I think Vardy missed one penalty and he scored one. But yeah, they are leading right now. They are top of the table.
Okay. Yeah. Well,
And Southampton are second. Bittu, for you, which was the best game? I think you will go for Chelsea itself, I guess.
No, I watched this Dortmund Bayern game. It
Okay,
was very, very nice.
3-2. Lewandowski's goal was chalked out at the last. No, he scored in 90 plus five, but just and Kimmich also got injured. I think he probably is out for the season.
Yeah, he'll be out for the season, I think. Bayern, they're in trouble a little bit. They have Sule out with COVID.
Okay, we'll roughly go through all the games. Brighton is Burnley. No one cares. No one watches. No one watches the game, even if it's eight. So we'll not cover that. Okay. Southampton was at Newcastle. Southampton have been good from beginning of the season itself.
Yes.
Like even we
mm,
spoke, like the first game where I think with Bittu, like when they lost against Tottenham, they were a very good team and they were unfortunate to lose. I think they should finish in top 10, top 8 at least. I think they'll be competing for Europa League spot. I think with Arsenal and probably Wolves and United. Because no, seriously, I do. Okay, now John may say something, but
please
John,
continue. Please continue.
okay, I think Arsenal are at that level this year. Not because I really don't see what Arteta brings to the table. Is he won two cups in the FA Cup and what you call Community Shield. But I don't know what happens when Arsenal, even good players from Arsenal, sign a long-term contract on a heavy wage. They stop scoring or they stop performing, and it's the same thing with Aubameyang. Yeah, I don't know. The penalty he scored, I think before that he didn't score for 5 games, and that too, like you don't expect that from Aubameyang. Like he scores at least 2, 3, and John made very bold prediction in the beginning of the season that Aubameyang will be the top scorer, but I think John is going to be proven wrong come the end of the season.
There's only 7 games in, so it's I'm not worried.
No, what do you think? What is realistic expectation for Arsenal?
I think somewhere in fifth or sixth position will
Yeah,
be
yeah, that is Europa
good.
League only, no?
Yeah, well, yeah, you can say that.
No, no, not you can say that is Europa League. That is Europa League. Fifth,
I'm
sixth.
saying you can say that means who knows? We can go higher also.
No, I seriously I don't see them going higher. Not because it's just that. I'll tell you truly. Yesterday I was speaking with Mukund and we had gone live. Okay, I think Thomas Partey has spoiled his career by coming to Arsenal.
No, 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 not really.
He's very good. Okay, he's like when not he's no. I won't say he's very good. I mean he's at least in that Arsenal team he looks extremely good when he plays. And I think they are fortunate to have him as of current climate, not previously what they achieved or what they will achieve in the future. At this juncture, they are very privileged to have him because he could have chosen a lot of other clubs over Arsenal at this point. And I think like yeah, I mean like let's see what happens. Hopefully Arsenal qualify for top four. I wish
Which
Arsenal
team
all
would
the
you
best.
think would have been best for his career?
No, like, but like he could have got like realistically, he could, if his agent was could have pushed for a move to somewhere like Juventus, he could have been a very big star there. Like like because their midfield is also not very
Mhm.
like it's not very well balanced, and he could probably bring that to the table probably. And probably if Juventus don't have money or they have too many midfielders, they want to buy him. But yeah, I mean like like that way, or he could have moved to PSG probably with Verratti. He's continuously injured. He's a very good player, but Verratti is continuously injured, and he's very reckless and he is very ill-disciplined. So maybe, and they want to sell Idrissa Gay, so he could be a good signing for many teams. Arsenal are extremely good, lucky to have him, and probably just I think it's more like a swap with Lucas Torreira. I mean, like you need to add some money, but I mean, it's a swap. Although like Atletico were very hard to deal with.
Yeah, I think Thomas Partey's choice was based on emotion. I think he was somewhat of a Arsenal fan, so that's what
Ah,
influenced his choice.
maybe. So okay,
Mm.
so Southampton versus Newcastle. What do you think? What is realistic for Southampton? Top eight, top nine?
Top
Yeah, I think Europa League, and probably the manager will leave next season. He'll go to a bigger club. I think that that is realistic. Like like the next step. I think like that's the next step. They don't have any standout players. I think as a team, they don't have any good players like what they used to have before. Like most of the players are the same players who have played for quite a while. I think Che Adams may be one of the better players among the teams, but Danny Ings already played in a top team. Probably he won't get into, maybe he can get into Arsenal team if they sell Lacazette. Like maybe he could come there, but other than that, I don't see him getting to any other team. And I think like I mean they are very well balanced. Like I think it's just working good for them. Like they are not very much a lot of stars, but it's just well balanced. So we'll move. Okay, Everton versus United. So that is the thing. Like like what do you think, John, of the game?
Well, I didn't think it was I didn't watch the game, but anyway, I kind of expected something like that to happen. Everton were too hyped in the beginning of the season, winning the first four games. Now all the hype has gone down the drain. So that's what I think. This season in Premier League has been very unpredictable. There's no clear leaders of there's no clear signers who will be the leader for this season. And also well, there's no point to hype up teams just now because it's too early based on the current results that are playing out every week.
What do you think, Bittu? Everton versus United.
I think it was the match was all about Ole.
Yeah.
Now, like you, I think all of us have continuously seen the pattern. Uh,
Yeah, Bittu say. Bittu. Okay. Yeah, yeah. I think
Yeah,
I'll
I
complete. Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
mean,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Say,
on the
say.
point of Ole, sorry, I think Everton did us a huge favor
Yeah,
by
yeah.
winning.
No. It's not. Everton did not do a huge favor. It's like like you have like the greatest managers of all time. You have
Mm.
Sir Alex Ferguson, or Alex Ferguson in his prime, Pep Guardiola, and above them is one person. That is
Mhm.
Ole when he's going to get sacked.
Oh my God.
He can beat any team. When Ole is going to get sacked, any team you put it, you put Ajax off when Rinus Michaels and everyone was there, he would destroy that team. He would destroy Brazil. He would destroy Maradona, everyone. Ole is a. I put out one statement few days back. Ole is like his career as a player and as a manager is very similar. As a player, he would come as a substitute and rescue game maybe in the last moment. And even as a manager, when he's going to get sacked, he'll come and get results and like he'll get like 6 months. Like if you I don't know whom they have next week. United.
Yeah, not sure, not sure.
Just 1 second, I'll see.
After international break.
Yeah. So United have West Brom. So when is the next big game I want to see of United? So United versus City is on 12th of December. United United will lose 1-2 games from now till December, and they will win this game. If Ole is
Hmm.
going to get sacked, he's going to win this game, and he'll get more
Against
six
City.
months. Yeah, yeah. Against City, he'll win. Sure, he'll win.
But
I'm
but on a serious note, would you? There was some, there's some rumors going on that Pochettino is in line for United job. Do you
yeah.
think he'll be a good appointment for United if
Bittu,
they sack Ole?
you go ahead, Bittu, with this.
Anybody is better than Ole. Anybody. They can get Sam Allardyce and he'll do a better job that Ole is doing. Yeah, but not in those matches. Suddenly, the Ole gets
Yeah,
a burst and he
yeah,
beats
yeah.
Liverpool 2-1 and all. That you can't expect. Okay, when you're about to face the sack that you will defeat Barca, Real Madrid and all, that only Ole will be able to do.
Yeah.
But any other manager can replace him. From the starting, I've been telling they have a very good team and a very, very hopeless manager.
No, but I don't know what happens when Ole is going to get sacked. Something. Dude, they defeated PSG and they defeated Leipzig 5-0. And you saw the game against Istanbul, Basak say what happened. You saw the corner.
Yeah.
How is it possible? Like when as soon as his job is relaxed, over. He's like, go to whatever you want. And
Dude,
it's very weird.
that,
Harry Maguire is next level. Like he's next level. Watching him play is very, very entertaining.
No, more than Maguire, we'll move on to Everton. Okay, like and you John said like how in beginning like you said like how it was expected and there's a reason they call them Neverton and everything. Okay, I see few fans also in like this part of the world who are Everton fans. I'm like generally they say that you associate yourself to a club, you support a club. I read it somewhere that you see a part of yourself in the club. You have to have a very bad life to see some part of yourself in Everton. Like you need to be
well,
you need to be
I
like
find
at
for me the same thing I see. How can someone be a Tottenham fan? I don't understand really. They're
no
like,
Tottenham at least like top 6, top 7. Like Everton have not won against Liverpool in last 10 years, I think. How,
10 years.
and
Yeah.
they consider it is shameful and whatever. Like I mean like there's of course a standout candidate in Pickford, what he
Hmm.
did, and every game, and like against when that injury happened against Van Dijk, and some of them were rallying against Pickford as so-called
Hmm.
Liverpool fans that he should get a ban till he comes back, till Van Dijk comes back. Those are not Liverpool fans. Those were Everton fans masquerading as Liverpool fans. Those who want Pickford to get banned. The biggest
Hmm.
punishment you can give Everton fans or Everton as a club is to make Pickford play every game. He's simply not good enough. Like like I feel sad for Ancelotti. Like in the past, he's had so good keepers. Like wherever he has like coached, like the keepers are very high. Pickford is weird. Pickford is not a good goalkeeper. I mean, like he's a proper overhyped English player. He's a proper overhyped English player. Like
the, I cannot get myself to understanding how is he England's number one. You know,
and Gareth
well,
Southgate, I think he said this week that there is no competition for Pickford.
that's where all the hype comes from, man. And I don't understand myself really.
He is
Really,
another
it's
manager
No,
that needs to be sacked.
Pickford is like Pickford is a gift that keeps happening. I think yesterday he tried to he not he tried to he fouled Maguire in a very bad way also. Like I think
Hmm.
I was seeing some images. I mean like he himself wants to get banned. I guess like he just wants to like not play for 6 months or something. Like probably that will save his career, and it's fine. Like whatever. Like we'll move on. Like Crystal Palace United, Leeds 4-1. I don't think so. There's much to discuss unless you have anything to say, John, on this.
Well,
Bittu, anything?
I've not seen much of Zaha for the past
Yeah,
few game weeks, but anyway, that guy, I think Ebe or something was his name.
Eze,
The guy who
Eze.
scored a free. Yeah, I think is local player. I think is gonna be he's a good fit with him and Luis Zaha. I think they'll do good for Crystal Palace, and I don't know how Crystal Palace have managed to keep
Yeah,
Luis Zaha till today. So that's really
of course. Yeah,
it's really good
yeah,
for them.
yeah. I think Leeds United will finish 10th mid-table this season. Like
I
because
think
of
bottom
hype.
half.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean like mid-table, like from 8th till 13th. I think they'll finish somewhere there, depending on if they have a good run or something.
Hmm. Hmm.
Like I think so. So we'll move Chelsea versus Sheffield United. Bittu, what do you think? You are the resident Chelsea fan. 4-1. I thought I really think like Lampard might get sacked. Like he's also there. Like he's having a good run, but like it just takes 3 games because the pressure amount, like there are very many Chelsea, like genuinely, like there are talks of like should our Chelsea title contenders. I saw few of them putting that out. I don't know whether you should consider them as title contenders, but the board and everyone wants them to win the title with the investment at least. What do you think,
Yeah.
Bittu?
They can't win the title. That's given. I hope somehow they finish top 4. Okay,
No, but
good sign
what
Thiago
I mean
Silva.
is,
He's
yeah,
because of him, Lampard can sleep. Okay, and Lampard, he's under immense pressure. Like now, like this, he has to keep on going for at least 4-5 games. He doesn't have the
yeah,
luxury of Ole. He can't do what Ole does.
yeah, yeah.
He has to win the next 4-5 games.
And Lampard doesn't have that magic touch also, no? Like when he's going to get sacked, win 4 5 games. That no, that
But
only Ole has.
but Lala, you mentioned a point on the investment Chelsea made.
Yeah, yeah.
But do you think Frank Lampard is a Premier League winning manager
No, 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 no. He can be a Premier League winning manager in the future, but at this
in the
juncture, I
future?
think he does not have the experience. Like what happens is just like I don't think so. He has ever bought more than a 20 million player and integrated him in the team in his management career till now. Because in
Hmm.
Derby, I don't think so. They bought anyone. In Chelsea, in the first year, he had that ban, so he didn't actually buy anyone. And now he has bought or at least the board has bought 5 or 6 huge amount of costly transfers, and he has to learn how to integrate them because now Hakim Ziyech is playing good. Now there'll be a problem like whom does he remove, and if he removes someone wrong, if he takes a bad step, maybe that might change the balance of the team. Then Kante is being linked to Real Madrid and Inter. I don't know whether it's true. So like he has to keep everyone happy, and that can be difficult. Like with the talent he has, and that that will define like how what he does. But of course, he's one of the smartest players I heard. I don't know. I can't testify myself, but they were also there. I don't know whether it's a fact or a statement, but I'll for now I'll consider as a rumor that he took the IQ test, and it was like very high for a Premier League player. When I think so, I don't know whether it's true, but I think he's a decent manager. But I don't know right now whether he's capable. I think in the future he can win the Premier League, maybe with Chelsea, but I don't know whether he'll be given that much time.
Well, there's one more thing I've noticed. Like, this Arsenal, if they would have bought Hakim Ziyech,
Yeah,
okay, a lot of the problems would have been solved. They would get a right winger with a left foot, okay, which they bought Nicholas Pepe instead. Okay,
Hmm.
Hakim Ziyech, they would have gotten a good price and a very good player. He would have done better at Arsenal than he's doing at Chelsea, I feel. He's and not only and I don't know if you all have watched Chelsea's recent games. Kante plays extremely damn good.
yeah,
Kante. I think Madrid will buy him. I'm guessing.
yeah. Even I think
What
like
to replace who though?
I don't know. They're gonna. so there's going to be a lot of players leaving at once from Madrid, right? Too many players of age.
Yeah.
Hmm. Okay.
So yeah, maybe like I think like yeah, I think Chelsea have too many players and I don't know what is going to happen. It's going to be a big problem, and I think like I think I we spoke like with Bittu once, like how at one point they had like so many good players, and they had to let the likes of Salah, KDB, and others leave, like Lukaku leave. So I think like we might see something similar like that happen again right now, where like some good players might slip away from Chelsea. Like I think the Brighton defender is one potential who has like to be that like maybe someone who got away, like Lamptey. I think he's one of the good players, at least as of now, whatever small sample space that we have watched. So next, I think like that is the thing. I think Chelsea will finish top four, but I don't know whether that is enough for Lampard. I really don't know if Chelsea finish top four. I don't know. It's it's I don't know
Let's
whether
hope for
it's
the best.
enough. Like yeah, I think he's a good guy, and but let's see what happens. Like the amount he has spent on players, I think that is the thing that will be against him, or at least what the board has spent will be the thing against him.
Have you all recently heard of Steven Gerrard? What he's been
Yeah,
doing
yeah,
in
yeah, yeah, yeah. He's
Syria
doing
is doing well.
amazing. Yeah, he has not. He's the only man, like
unbeaten.
Rangers are, yeah, in the thing in Scotland and in England, and I think I think like Lampard could have done that, like gone to a lesser league probably, and where there's not much pressure, and you now basically what I trying to mean is like when Gerrard comes to Premier League, to any team, suppose he gets into Liverpool, he knows how to handle transfers. Like Alfredo Morelos, who is the star striker, was being linked away from away from Rangers for I think last 6, 7, 8 or 1 year. So he has
Yeah.
handled that situation. He knows how to deal with that. Like when Kante is regularly being linked away, Lampard does not know, and he has to like he's learning on the go. And on top of that, he has to like if there's a lot of pressure on Lampard basically. But the good part is he has a good backroom staff. He has the likes of Jordi Morris, and he has Peter Cech. So basically, he knows everyone, and I think that kind of helps. But it's difficult. It's difficult. Like for Lampard, I think like it's too much pressure at once. Either he'll be like a Guardiola, like as when he'll leave, or else he might turn out to be bad. Like he might be a Thierry Henry.
Yeah.
No, Thierry Henry is not a good manager. He might be a good player. He might be one of the
Mm.
best players according to Arsenal fans, like in the Premier League
Premier League.
has ever seen. But as a manager, maybe he's not that good enough. Like maybe he lacks like.
Well, I think Lampard is doing a good job, but
But
well, I think the pressure might get to him.
yeah, that's the thing that you like. Like I think every day he has fight with Jose Mourinho. Every Jose Mourinho keeps saying
For
something
Klopp
new.
also.
Yeah, I mean like he loses. Like no, Mourinho has been continuously saying something about Lampard. And like Mourinho can get under your skin, and Mourinho is very good. Mourinho is like Lampard does not come close like to what Mourinho, how he can play with you with your brain. Although he has played. Okay, we'll move on from that. West Ham versus Fulham. Fulham, I think they are going to get relegated. Like earlier, there is no chance. And West
Put
Ham, I
my
don't
money
know.
on.
Yeah, David Moyes is. I feel happy for him after a lot of bad jobs. He's at least doing something good. I
Mm.
think. And okay, like and Fulham were unlucky. Like Lookman tried a Panenka and he missed in the last minute yesterday, I
What is
think.
it doing last minute? How can you try that in the last minute, man? When you're like in the bottom three,
Yeah,
Well,
That's
he should
Fulham.
really blame himself after that.
yeah.
Really.
So yeah, I think like that is like no one watches the games. Also, I think we'll move on to West Brom versus Tottenham, which happened today, and Tottenham won 1-0 courtesy of Harry Kane goal in the 88th minute, which moves them all the way up to second. What do you think of this, John?
Mm.
Do you think Tottenham are title candidates?
I think they'll choke, but what really Tottenham this year have an edge. The edge is Jose Mourinho. He brings a different mentality to the team. So that's what is different for them this year. Well, I don't think they'll top four. I don't think so, but they have an edge with Mourinho. And also link up with Son and Harry Kane has been good so far. So let's see what happens with them.
What do you think, Bittu? What do you think of Tottenham?
Tottenham, pretty good, I would say. Not good enough yet,
Yeah.
but they're doing pretty well from at least compared to the other teams and everything. Like, yeah, definitely. I think at this rate, top four they will definitely finish. Who knows? Top two. Who knows?
I think like Liverpool, City, and Tottenham are in the title race.
I expected City to win the title, but then
No,
they did.
I think Tottenham are in the title race just because you have Mourinho and you have a good team. Like you have a good bench. If Gareth Bale is coming from the bench, he's okay. People may say he's over, but still he can at least score 10 goals, and 10 goals can change a lot. And Gareth Bale has that, like even if he plays 5 games over the course of the season, or if he scores only 5 goals, and if those are important, which he can make a difference, it is a very big difference. Like to have Gareth Bale come off the bench, I think Mourinho has a very good team. Like they bought, I think Hoiberg also, who's again a very good player,
Yes, very good player.
and proper Mourinho player. Like I think Tottenham are quite good. I think like we may even see a more successful Tottenham than maybe what Pochettino ever managed, but may not be as pretty as what Pochettino did, but maybe more
Mm.
successful as a team.
Mo- Tottenham have a good starting 11, but
Yeah, yeah,
beyond
yeah.
that, I don't think. But beyond that, I don't think they have any
No,
good players.
no, but then what I mean is like if you have someone like Bale coming off the bench, it's a very good, like it's better to have Bale than to kind of have an academy player come off the bench. That's what I mean. Like, and if Bale and oh,
No, let's say example, Harry Kane or Son gets injured, who will replace them?
no, but
So that's where I
you have
think
like you have like Bale who can, okay, Bale is starting. You have like Lucas Moura who can come off the
Lucas
bench.
Moura,
You have
Bergwijn.
Lo Celso. You have Vinicius, Carlos Vinicius. You have like they have decent. It's not like wow, but it is not Manchester City, but it is not very bad. I won't be shocked because Ferguson has won titles with worse starting 11 than what Tottenham have in bench. So, and Mourinho is
Mm.
capable of that. Like Mourinho is at his strongest when he's at a very, very, like underdog team, and it just gives you the vibe. Like Mourinho is like at his lowest point. No one expects much of him. Tottenham are perennial losers or like underachievers. It's just like everything is colliding, and I think they'll win at least one trophy this season, and he'll leave with having won something at least. They'll end the trophy drought.
I highly doubt, but anyway.
No, I mean it's not music to the ears of Arsenal fans, but I think
It's
that's what
Tottenham,
we are.
man. Tottenham won't win anything. It's like, I don't know, really.
It's not Tottenham. I'm not saying Tottenham are going to win. I'm saying Jose Mourinho is going to win. There's a very big difference. When you have Jose Mourinho, he won Europa League with United. I mean, like, and he came out second. And that team, I mean, like, it's very like like. I mean, it's difficult. Okay, I think Tottenham for me will that. We'll move on to Leicester versus Wolves, which just finished. Leicester City won 1-0, courtesy of
Mm.
a Vardy penalty in the 15th minute. What do you think of both these teams?
Wolves again. Wolves is always is that seventh or eighth team. Seventh or eighth
Yeah.
team is there. Good players, Portuguese players. Well, they are decent team. Team which they can challenge you in any game. Leicester. I hate the fact that Leicester keep on getting penalties each and almost every game. Vardy is scoring
But they
hat
get
trick
less
of
than.
penalties. Well,
Yeah.
ah, well.
But they
Anyway,
but
they're doing their good team. Brendan Rodgers is doing a good job there. Doing good job there.
Bitu, what do you think? Leicester can finish in top four? Like they are currently, I think, first. Do you think that they can finish, or do you think Rogers will bottle another top four?
Yeah, they'll end up bottling. They'll finish fifth. They will finish fifth.
I don't know. Rogers is a decent manager. Okay, I don't know what happens to him. He'll do very good. He always
Yeah,
does. I some
bottling is his issue. Last season they had good grip on third position, not even fourth.
Yeah,
Mm.
they had some
They-
13, 14 points lead, and they ended up. How is that possible? Uh, it's very weird, and I think it's more than Rogers bottling. I think it was the magic of Ole to finish in top four last season. Like, and that's saved his job. It in fact I think saved his job. I think Wolves will probably they're turnovering. They're making a huge turnover of players. They're bringing in new players. Like, and I think
Mm.
that might be a problem this season. And I think like Wolves are proper team for Jorge Mendes. Like like how you have Chelsea used to send players to Vitesse on loan, like a huge amount of
Mm.
players, or RB Leipzig send a lot of players to RB Salzburg like on loan, and then they bring them back.
Mm.
Wolves has become George Mendes thing. What do you call this? Club where he gets his clients, makes them perform, and he sells them. It's very sad to see like Wolves like it is beneficial for them, but primarily used for that. I think out of 23 men scored, at least 10 to 11 players are Mendes' client. Include, and that's not including the manager. Manager is also Mendes' client.
Who knows? He might have shares in that team, you know.
No, they are talks of him having shares. Like he was the one who brokered the deal for the, I think, the Chinese investment who have a huge stake in Wolves. It's
Mm.
very weird. It's very weird, and I mean it's good for Wolves. I mean like they get to finish top 10, play Europa League, amazing. But you can't go above that. Like you see, like I think Diego Jota. I don't know whether he's George Mendes' client or not, but at the first time of asking, they sold him. Like like they won't probably. It's basically like a third party ownership, but more. Like you're not kind of breaking the rules. You're playing along the rules, so they can't point finger at you. But it's very weird. It's very like Mendes. I
Mm.
think he was instrumental in spoiling Valencia also. Like he, Peter Lim. I don't know. They tried a lot of stuffs, and now Valencia. I think they sold everyone from the team, at least like to clear out, and they restarted, rebuilt, and they are in a very difficult position right now. Bitu, what do you think of Wolves? Like, what do you think? Do you think they'll finish in? Do you think they will ever challenge for the top four? Because that was expected, like I think last year or something when they were like, or before that when they just came up and they were doing so good.
yeah, they are a team that will never reach the top four, but then they will always show that glimmer of reaching the top four. They will play like a top four team in certain matches, but they'll never finish top four. They and Leicester have this like they are there in the Premier League to like make everybody like you can say to get the entertainment factor to everybody.
Definitely, and yeah, I think like that would be a very big problem. I don't know. Yeah, I think Wolves may be a problem for that. So we'll move on from that, and so we'll move on to the game of the game week. As you can see, we are like it's City versus Liverpool. What do you think, John? First, score. We'll start with scoreline and then go, or you can justify what you think. City versus Liverpool. What do you think?
City's home, right?
Yeah,
Well, I think Guardiola will try to have his masterclass tactics set up for today. I've not seen the lineup so far, but I think he will try his best to nullify the. Oh, I think what he should do is try to nullify the fullbacks for Liverpool. That's where the main source of goals come. Of course, Mane, Salah, and Firmino were the main focus for the goals. But I think most of the goals at least begin from the Liverpool fullbacks. So I think that's where Guardiola should focus his tactics on for today. But for in the terms of scoreline, I think it might be a 2-1 Liverpool. 2-1.
What do you think, Bittu?
I see 3-1 Liverpool should go.
And what do you think, like, of who will score or something?
Who will score?
Yeah,
Uh, Mane, either Mane or Salah will score one for Liverpool. For City, either Bernardo Silva or Phil Foden. Phil Foden has been playing really good recently.
yeah. I have not seen his game. And okay, like, Bittu, what do you think? Who will score? Bittu might be busy. Okay, so we have the City lineup over here. Okay, like, do you think, like, John, like, staying with City? Do you think, like, Guardiola may leave this season, after his season rather? Do you think, like, he's tired of Premier League?
Well, okay, Phil Foden is not starting today. Huh?
No.
I think he's in his last year of his contract, right?
Yeah, I think so.
No, I think Guardiola is a very moody manager. Well, if he says he's tired of something, he'll tend to move on. You know, you could see from his Barcelona days, you could see from his Bayern days. Now again, he's coming to City days. I think also things have not been going to his liking. So, well, I think he'll leave after this season.
So yeah, so
Hope
I
I'm
think
wrong.
this is the, yeah,
The
this is
lineup.
the, yeah, 4-3-3. And yeah, yeah, Kyle Walker, Ruben Diaz, Laporte,
Rodrigo.
Cancelo starting.
No, I don't think Rodrigo's been a good player for City so far. They should have
Yeah,
maybe gone for Gundogan as CM and maybe Bernardo Silva or Phil Foden instead.
yeah. I
Fernando
think, like,
Torres. Sorry,
I think Ferran Torres. So
Ferran
I
Torres.
think,
Sorry.
like, without Aguero, even if they have KDB, I think Aguero is the most important player for City. You can have KDB in his prime, but you cannot win the league title if you don't have Aguero. I'll say, like,
Aguero is fading
like, Aguero
away
is that important
slowly.
to this team. Yeah, I think it's that important to this team. What do you think, John?
Aguero is fading away. Is not is Of course because of injuries. Is not the same player as he was 2 seasons ago. Last season he was hardly playing. But again, who is the player you should depend? The player who they depend on after Aguero is De Bruyne, who I think has taken over the mantle of.
Yeah, what do you think, John?
I think the player like Aguero, who's the next player they should depend on after Aguero is Kevin De Bruyne. After Kevin De Bruyne, who's the next source of goals? Sterling. Sterling again. He misses more than he
But
scores.
do you think, like, anyone can? I think Aguero is the greatest player in City's history.
Definitely, definitely.
There is no one else. You can say Company and all, but Company all did not have that influence. They had their own influence, but Aguero
Yeah.
is just the biggest. Like, and like, because what he has contributed a lot, especially just for that one Aguero moment against QPR itself, he would be in the conversation of the greatest, and how much he has achieved, regularly scoring goals. I think he's the greatest player of Manchester City ever, and probably you can compare him as one of the greatest players from the Manchester area in total, including United
Mhm.
also. Like,
Sure.
He's one
True.
of the biggest players and the big game player. And I think like Aguero is too much of an influence in the team. Like if you put Ferran Torres, Gabriel Jesus, Raheem Sterling, it does not scare you that much. But if you put Aguero, you know he'll get a goal. Like he might have a stinker of a game, but he'll get a goal. He's just very
Yeah,
good. It's like it's just like a different ball game. Like what he does, his movements, and I think KDB is more suited when Aguero plays than these three play. Although these three will give you more option of interchanging probably the position, but I think like Aguero is a proper striker. Like you have players like Aguero, Carlos Tevez, and Luis Suarez, who are like a different game. Like they bring something very different, which I don't see many other strikers bringing. Like they chase. It's a very good team. I think like Aguero will be a very big miss. Like you can have Kevin De Bruyne out for the season and still win the title if Aguero is playing. But other way around, I don't think so. It will be possible. I think KDB is a very good player, but he does not come close to what Aguero can do on the pitch, like in terms of scoring goals. And Sterling is decent, but like you said, like like how he misses more than he scores. Gabriel Jesus, from when they're saying that he's going to replace Aguero, but I don't see him doing that. And Ferran Torres, he's a decent player who has just come in. I don't know. I can't say much about him. And yeah, I think Fernandinho will also be a very big miss for City because he's not playing and Rodri is playing. Again, Rodri decent player, but Fernandinho again he's a seasoned veteran and who can still play. So I think like that would be a very big thing.
yeah. Someone like yeah, it's true.
Mov- Moving to Liverpool, okay. What do you think of Diego Jota? He has been amazing, no?
Yeah, it's been in real form. I think Klopp is okay. Today has gone with both Jota and Firmino. Well, I
Yeah.
think he's done. Yeah, I think is the right choice. It's been hard to drop either players, but he has done. He has done. He's done. He has made a good decision for today. But again, once Thiago comes back, who will you drop? Who will you drop? By the way.
No, if Thiago comes, then the other thing, right? When Thiago comes, you can drop either Firmino or Diego Jota, depending on the opponent, and play like a front three. Now you're playing like 4-2-3-1, or else you can even drop the like of maybe Gini Wijnaldum and play Thiago there. Like you just have a lot of options. That is a good thing I think for Klopp. Like because Thiago, I think is in terms of quality, I think he's one of the best in the Liverpool team. Like no one can come close to him. At least in terms of
Definitely.
midfielders, I think he's one of the best. And maybe you can say only KDB comes close to him in or is in his level in the Premier League right now of what Thiago gets to the Premier League. I don't see any other. Maybe Hakim Ziyech is one guy who can reach that level because I see him playing extremely good. Like Hakim Ziyech, what he can do. But I think Thiago is undroppable. Like if he's ready, he needs to play. He's extremely good, and he can play in a lot of positions. So that is a plus point. And since I think like Van Dijk is injured, so Fabinho, as soon as he comes back, he'll be a defender, center back.
Yeah.
So that problem, at least for Klopp, now is sorted. That you don't have to think of Fabinho also in like putting him in the team where he directly slots into the center back. He'll not play a midfielder at least as of now. So I think like that is like a thing. I think like this formation is something like what Liverpool played in the 6 months before Van Dijk came and the Coutinho before leaving. He played for 6 months. I think this is a very similar formation. Like I think for
Mm-hmm.
Coutinho used to play where Firmino is playing, and Firmino used to play in place of Diego Jota. Like that was the formation that really didn't. That was, and in that formation also they scored I think a lot of goals in the Champions League. They scored like six against Spartak or something. So I think like that way it's good. Like I think like I'll go for Liverpool win. I think Liverpool win thrash City today 4-1. I think like Diego Jota is in top form. I think he'll score. I think like like sometimes some players are in very good form and they just score. And I think Mo Salah has also been extremely good form. Like He's going under
Yeah.
the radar, and I think he'll also score. I think Liverpool's team is a little bit more balanced right now and more settled than City, because City are integrating Ruben Diaz and Ferran Torres, and Gabriel Jesus just has come back from injury. So I think that is one of the thing. Like I think like I will tilt towards Liverpool, and I even think that Guardiola might leave. I think he's just too tired of England. Like I think like he did not get the praise that he deserves. Like people just want to put him down. I think that's like one thing. Like he didn't get the praise that he deserves. He has won two back-to-back Premier League titles, setting records after records, and people talk about him as if he has won nothing. Like like the way they, like any small mistake they'll criticize him. Like as if he has done some blunder. Like I mean like if you give anyone that what he has achieved, like what he has achieved only at City, many managers don't achieve in their full career. And what he has
Mm.
achieved at City is nothing in his what he has achieved in his full career, like compared to his full career. I mean, like it's very weird. I mean, I think like that way. So we'll move on to the last game of the game week, Arsenal
Well,
versus Aston Villa.
sorry. Before
Yeah,
you move on to the
yeah,
Guardiola topic,
yeah.
will he have achieved the same? Will he have achieved the same? Well, maybe being in a team which is has not the same financial resources as maybe the cities or the Bayerns. I don't think so.
No, probably not.
He was able to. He was able to, you know, exercise his tactics based on the players he could buy. You know, let's say he managed a mid-table team. I don't. He would have made maybe a challenging. He would have made. He would have had a challenging team, but contending team, I don't think so. But anyway,
No,
wouldn't take away his ability as a good manager. But if it was not for the funds, not be the manager he was today.
of course, but to reach that, you, I mean, like even he came through somewhere, and you need to get in, be in that position that when you're given the chance, you take into thing, right? If you say
Hmm.
Roy Hodgson, when he was at Liverpool, he got the job, right? He could not
Okay.
make much of it. He got that job. If you take Brendan Rodgers, he got the job. He could not make most out of it. Like sometimes you get the job, and when Guardiola got the job at Barcelona when Barcelona were in turmoil. Like like there were a lot of problems with the management, and Eto and Ronaldinho having a lot of off the field issues, and he had to sort that out. I mean, like yes, he has been able to spend and maybe bring the players he wants, but he has made a reputation for himself, right? Like of the same thing. Like you can say, right? Would Apple have the guts to start new or sell a mobile at a very low cost, or and make it still be good? Probably not. That's why they sell at a very high cost. Like the Apple products are very costly,
Hmm.
and probably it is only for a level, and probably they'll not sell it for a cheaper price because probably they can't make that. But what they make at the higher end is probably unrivaled. Like you have that, like maybe it's luck also. Like he was a Barcelona player and he got into that. Maybe it's all luck also. But I mean, like you can say the same thing for Alex Ferguson. You can say the same thing for Jose Mourinho. Like most of the times, most great managers, like even Mourinho has always been like, except Porto, he has been in good teams. Like maybe Inter Milan was not very good, but Inter Milan traditionally a good team. Like you could probably get any player from Serie A that time when there was Inter Milan were already winning like quite a good amount of titles. Chelsea,
Hmm.
he could spend his way out. Madrid, he could spend his way out. United also, he could spend his way out. Tottenham also, he can spend his way out. They're spending a lot.
Yeah.
Like so, only FC Porto, where winning the Champions League was the biggest achievement, and that too, I think they faced Monaco that year in the final, and it was not a very strong Champions League. So, like, you just have luck. Maybe like Klopp also was lucky. Like you have that. I think I think he's a good manager. Like same thing I can say you like if Arteta is successful, he manages Arsenal, he makes them win 3, 4 titles. He leaves, he goes to other team. PSG, he wins there. So you can't say right like, oh, he only managed top teams. you need to be able to show your caliber to get that job, because Arteta
Sure.
has got the job ahead of some good managers. I don't think so he was the only manager who was applying for
Mm.
the job. You have other, we don't know, but maybe Allegri was there, who has won so many titles. But you need to be able to like impress and maybe get the job. So I think like that way. What do you think of Arsenal versus Aston Villa? We'll finish it off with that.
Arsenal versus Aston Villa. I think it'll be an Arsenal win, 2-0 or
What do you
3-1.
think of them?
Well, Arteta sometimes he can get his tactics right, but also he has that Guardiola character. Sometimes he tends to overthink. He tends to overthink sometimes, but
That
he's doing a good job so far.
he'll only play in one formation irrespective of whoever he plays against.
Sometimes, yeah, sometimes maybe against there's a game against Leicester. He overthought too much. That's why I thought it was we not get the result we deserved. But against Aston Villa also doing good. They bought after buying Ross Barkley.
Um,
He and Grealish have been been a good midfielder duo, along with some other. I think the defense also has been quite decent so far. Midfield, someone like McGinn is been playing good. So be a tough game, but I think we'll come out on top.
yeah, I think Arsenal will win this game because I just think like Arsenal have too much to beat, and Aston Villa right now are not performing extremely well. Uh, they're kind of like on the downward curve. I mean, where they should naturally be, like like
Hmm,
lower league, lower down the table probably. I mean, they are a bottom half club, like at least what traditionally what they are a big club, but right now there are a lot of teams who are better than Aston Villa to be
true.
for them to be in the top 10. What happened against Liverpool, probably they will never achieve for 100 years, scoring 7 or something against any team, not only against Liverpool, against any team in the Premier League, probably for next 100 years they will never achieve. And it's not like a very big thing. They will, and probably that scoreline would not be achieved if the fans were there, because like
Yeah.
maybe fans, I mean like it's a very wild thing, like like sometimes without fans that thing happens. So we'll end it in that note. So John, thank you so much for coming. Bittu has logged off, there was a power cut at his place, so we'll end it from there. John, hope to see you soon. Till then, take care, stay safe.
No
Bye.
worries. Bye bye. Take
Bye.
care.
Bye.